Hi guys, this is Tiffany. Thank you for giving me a reason to do a video for you. Thank you guys for returning back to my channel. And thank you guys for allowing me to do what I love. Basically, giving me a reason to do what I love and for subscribing. Thank you guys for subscribing and thank you guys for the ones who are continuing to subscribe and supporting me and sticking by me. So I'm here to give you another special treat when it comes to flight attendant in the community. I do have on my Bluetooth. Hopefully you guys can hear me because it's like 2:20 in the morning because I took a long nap. I know. So I thought I'd do a quick video for you guys. So this video is going to be an interview type video. So I did do a video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But I did a video basically talking about flight attendants and ways to handle a customer, like customer handling, passenger handling, either or. So this video will be about an interview question. So I'll come, anytime I feel like I want to do a video or on a whim, come with an interview question that I was asked in, different interviews when I went to interviews for other airlines, and tell you what they're basically looking for. Now you may say, well, you worked hard with other airlines. You may be right, but I know a lot of the questions that they were asking. Some were looking for certain people. Some maybe feel like my background was, like for example, with the amount of management I have, sometimes people feel like you can't kind of buckle down and listen to or take authority from anyone else because you've been in an authoritative type of position. So we never really know why they don't select you, but all I know is I know a lot of the questions that they do ask you. And a lot of the questions they ask you, I've had that I was asked in multiple interviews. And even now at this position, I'm still getting, offers and emails about going to interviews, and trying to decide if I want to take the companies up on those offers because I'm really tired of starting over. So anyway, enough of me babbling. When you go to interviews for flight attendants, the interviewer or interviewees, they they use the STAR format. The STAR format is basically a short way, a factual way to answer a question without basically babbling. So you're just giving facts. You're giving facts about a customer service issue or a job related issue or something you did in your past when it comes to your job or your life or something. So STAR is basically STAR. The S is for the situation, which is the situation that you're talking about. So if they give you a question, they want to know what the situation was. T is the task, which is what you were supposed to do, what was the customer expecting. A is for actions, what did you do to try to help the customer, and R is results. What were the results if you helped the customer, if you did it, whatever the case may be. Now, you may find a situation, which I would hope that you will describe a situation that you kind of helped the customer, and or if you have a situation that you didn't help the customer but it shows that you try to help the customer. That's what matters, because with customer service, you're there to help a customer. They just want to see that you will take the initiative and help a customer, that you won't be like, that's not my place, that's not my job. I'm not saying you're supposed to do everybody's job. I'm just saying that's what they're looking for. So I'm going to give you a quick example of how I answered the question and how I use the STAR format. Now I'm not going to tell you what I said and how I answered it in the interview because it was short and sweet and to the point. But I'm going to touch on each letter, which is of the STAR format, and tell you a situation that I went through in my customer service related type positions and how I answered the question. Now the question they asked, which is like really popular, is tell me about a time that you went above and beyond for a customer. What did you do and what was the results? So again, tell me about a time that you went above and beyond for a customer. What did you do and what were the results? So using the STAR format, this is not how I answer the question. We're going to go through STAR and I'm going to tell you how to utilize the STAR format. Okay. S. Tell me about a time that I went above and beyond for a customer. What did I do? What were the end results? S. The situation. We were flying. I was working for a private charter. We were flying 150 top investors. Every year they have a trip and they take the 150 top investors and their family on a trip every year for a week. The actions, the task. The task was in flight, they receive meals, they receive an open bar, they receive appetizers, they receive snacks, and they receive all the drinks. Everything is just free. They receive the full shebang. It's a private charter. They're treated to the highest of customer service and of elite service. So that was the situation, which is basically we're flying 150 top investors. We were there to serve them their meals, the appetizers, the open bar, and all of that. But when we started texting out, we had a mechanical impact to return to the gate. Now this is where the task becomes important, and it shows what I did to give action and to give results. The task was we had to return to the gate because of a mechanical. The passengers had to deplane, so the mechanic that travels with the aircraft had full access to the aircraft to repair it. So the delay would be over an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. The task was for me to resolve that issue or make it less stressful for the passenger. Now, again, situation was we had 150 passengers. They were traveling to a foreign country for a week. We picked them up. They had the full open bar, meals, appetizers, all of this stuff. We had a mechanical, had to return to the gate. Passengers had to deplane and sit in the waiting area while the aircraft was being worked on. Now, the waiting area where we were sitting was completely empty, and we were out. The flight left late that night, so the terminal was basically, that portion of the terminal was basically closed, so they were the only passengers there. Now, the action, because you already know that the passengers are inconvenienced. It's late at night. The flight was already getting in late, early morning, and now they have to deplane and wait for 2 more hours for the aircraft to be repaired. The action. My action was I went to the pilot and the mechanic, asked them what was going on, how long would the delay be, get an update. Then I asked the captain, is it okay if I take a big cart out to the waiting area and serve them their appetizers, their snacks, and beverages like water and soda, no alcohol, because we can't serve alcohol on the ground until we airborne, and just serve them until the mechanic finished with the repair. He said, absolutely, that's a wonderful idea. So I got with the flight crew, which was 4 of us. We split the waiting area up. 2 went on this side, 2 went on that side. And that's what I did. I took a card out, I set up, and before I set up, I made an announcement because I had already been overhearing the customers saying that they were hungry, they really didn't eat a lot because they knew they were going to get a full meal on the plane. So I got on the PA, explained to them, gave them another update that the mechanic is indeed working on the repair. They would give us an update on if it's done less than 2 hours, but I'm here to give out the appetizers and the snacks and also beverages, non-alcoholic. So that's what we did. For the whole hour and a half, we split up and we served them. I periodically went to the captain, got updates, made announcements, and I also had the captain come out twice to make an announcement within those 2 hours so that the passengers can feel safe and feel informed. That was my actions. Of course, I condensed it for the interview question, but those were my actions. The result: the passengers returned to the aircraft after the plane was repaired. When we got airborne, before we were airborne, I briefed the crew. I told the crew that we were going to give special, even extra attention to the passengers for the delay. We want to make up for the delay. So I wanted to make sure that we conversed with them, we talked to them. We had people that had birthdays, we sung happy birthdays, we played games. The people who had birthdays, we did like a money bag, like we do on some of our casino flights. Just something to make the passengers kind of forget about the delay. We served the meals, very slowly, made sure they were hot, and they were served, just special and with love. and understanding. So that went on. The flight was like 3 hours. We served them, we laughed with them, we joked with them, we gave them, they had an open bar, we sung happy birthday, people got promotions, we celebrated that. We did a full shebang for the 3 hours we were flying. When we landed, we were all called to the front by a gentleman who needed to talk to the captain. We thought he was just another customer. He was actually the CEO of the investing company. He told the captain that he was skeptical about chartering the aircraft for the following years because of the mechanical and the fact that they were delayed 2 hours. But the fact that we did not run and hide during the delay, that we served them in the waiting area, that we, even after they returned to the aircraft, that we served them with even more customer service, that sold him, and he would charter aircraft from then on, because that showed the type of customer service that he loves. Nobody knew he was a CEO. He sat all the way to the back. He had, him and his kids and his wife. Nobody knew he was a CEO. Nobody treated him like he was a CEO. I thought he was just a regular passenger. Those were the results. The results was he was happy that we didn't run and hide, that we didn't, send a mechanic or somebody out to make an announcement. We didn't play on our phones, that we gave a darn about them being inconvenienced, and we tried to resolve it any way possible. That alone, he wrote an excellent letter to the company. It was put in our files, and he chartered that aircraft from that year on. I worked like 2 or 3 of those flights. That's the STAR format. The situation, the task, the action, the results. Situation, we had 150 passengers. We were supposed to serve them a wonderful flight on that charter flight. Task, we had a delay. They had to deplane, so we wanted to make it easier for them. The action, we stepped in, we started serving them even on the ground, and did extra service in the air. And the result, they were happy with the service, and that customer service brought business to the company for the following years. That's the STAR format. And of course, when I explained that situation, it was very short, very sweet, to the point, but I hit every point that I needed so they could understand what was going on. That's how you answer in a STAR format. Something very simple, something very direct, something where it's beneficial to you, something where even if it doesn't work out in your favor, the fact of the matter is that you tried and you want to resolve it. That is the STAR format. That is one of the questions that's very popular amongst the flight attendant interviews. That question is very popular. I can come back with another question if you guys like, which is extremely popular as well. But hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. My advice is read over the STAR format, practice it, practice your questions in a mirror, practice your questions with your friends, have your examples already ready in your head. Do not sound like a robot, because it'll make it seem like you're memorizing what you wrote down. Make sure you're able to explain the situation in a way that you're just telling them a story and it flows like water. Okay? So, thank you guys for visiting, giving me a reason. Thank you guys for giving me a reason to do this video for you guys. Hopefully, if you like it, hopefully you do like it. And if you like it, please sign off in my comment area. And I want to tell you guys, the people that's been writing me and telling me how they're enjoying my videos and appreciate my videos, I want to send the most sincerest respect and love and thanks to you guys, because sometimes you question, what you're doing. Is it right? Maybe you shouldn't. But I was taught in a religious household, if you reach one, that's all you need. So I'm glad that I'm reaching you guys. I'm glad that you guys are conversing with me, and I tell you this all the time. If you're in the process and you guys are on your way to become a flight attendant, let me know. So hopefully I can see you guys in the free in the sky. And if you're here in DFW and you guys graduate and you're talking to me on Facebook, on YouTube, let me know, because I'll definitely come to your graduation if I'm off. That's what I do here. So thank you guys for everything. And again, thank you for visiting, giving me a reason. And thank you guys for giving me one. Have a good evening. Bye.